What's going on, guys? It's Ryman with SKS-Audio,
And Chuck,
and today we're going to be unboxing the Sundown Audio M Series 12. Now, these subwoofers come in 12, 15, and 18 versions, dual 1 and 2 ohms. And in this video, we're basically just going to be unboxing this subwoofer, taking a look at what comes in the box, what we think of the subwoofer, and we'll take it over to the test bench, throw a couple different frequencies at it, maybe even throw it in a box, and just see what this subwoofer could do. It's one of the cheapest Sundown Audio Mega Roll platform subwoofers you could get, and it's really good if you're thinking about getting into Sundown Audio. I mean, it comes in at a pretty fair price. I think they just lowered it.
497 or 495, something like that. It's under $500.
Which, for the technology you're getting and the parts and the quality, it's almost unbeatable. So, like I said, let's just go ahead and dive right into this unboxing. Talk about a few of the specs. One thing I do want to make note of is the subwoofer's RMS power handling. I know some manufacturers list 1750, which is what's on the box. Not manufacturers, but sellers. And then Sundown themselves on the website, they say 2000. So I would just go with that. I mean, if you're familiar with Sundown at all of their stuff's severely underrated, and it usually could take more power if you know what you're doing, and it's clean power. And as always, it's a box inside of a box.
You know what I think is the most unique part?
What's that?
They talk about it can be in an infinite baffle, fourth order.
Yeah, that is pretty neat, considering all their mega platform surround or subwoofers call for exactly the opposite: ported enclosure only. Got some gaskets for the mounting ring, because this actually has a metal mounting ring, which I really like. During like mid XV3 production, they switched that up. That classic styrofoam casing, really thick, really safe and secure. I've always liked this style of packaging. And here it is, guys, the subwoofer itself. Little beefy 12. It's been a while since I had a 12 that heavy. Now, I'm sure you guys are probably wondering why we're reviewing a 12 instead of a 15, because we usually always do 15s. But this subwoofer is actually for one of our personal builds. If you're familiar with the itty bitty boom video we made, we had an SUV with two 10s in it, and recently we got a new box design, got it all put together, whatever. And it's for a single 12, and we thought it was a perfect opportunity to go ahead and order this subwoofer, check it out, review it, and put it in the SUV. So,
Well, put it in the box that we got. I want to show them the video with it in the box.
sorry, there's a little silica gel. Keep the moisture away. Stuck on the spider, but enough yapping. Let's look at the sub. I mean, definitely mega roll surround. Pretty big dust cap. Not very much cone, considering it is a 12. Double stitch surround. Stamped logo all around that lip. No really like excess glue around the dust cap, which I like. I mean, it's a clean, simple look. And I know that the glue that Sundown's using is high quality, and there's no need for excessive globbing. An absolute beautiful amount of glue on the triple joint. And while using an insane amount of glue, they still keep things so clean and professional. And of course, I'm going to get you guys some close-up shots. We got dual tensile leads. They are a little bit smaller than I'm used to seeing on the Sundown platform, but they're still dual, and they still look really clean, stitched to that spider. I believe we have a single spider. Looks like 6-gauge push terminals, 3-inch 4-layer voice coil, nice flared top plate and bottom plate, beautiful boot. In case you guys were wondering, it is a quad stack. There's 4 slugs to this motor. But I mean, for the price, this is pretty insane. I mean, we got a pretty big surround. Check out the suspension. A really stiff subwoofer. So you know it's going to take some power. I mean, obviously, a little bit of a break-in is recommended, but to really loosen these subwoofers up, I mean, you have to have heavy power for long amounts of playtime to even think about loosening that spider up. But I'm going to go ahead and get you guys some close-up shots while we talk a little bit more about this subwoofer. So far, though, it's really impressive. Just something I know I said I wanted to start doing for you guys was checking the impedance per coil on a digital multimeter, because that's what we're used to building our systems with. We have a dual 2-ohm subwoofer here. Obviously, every subwoofer on the market is notorious for running a little bit below what they're rated at. Looks like this M series is coming in at around 1.6, 1.5. Check the other side just to be sure. 1.6, 1.7. Alright guys, here we are with the Sundown Audio M series 12-inch subwoofer. Moved everything over to the test bench. Just a couple things I want to make note of. This is a free air test, so it's gonna take a lot less power than it would RMS. I know I mentioned having a box. I'll throw this little embarrassing clip up here in a second. But unfortunately, the subwoofer does not fit in the box, so we're just going to stick with free air testing in this video. First thing I got for you guys is 2040 Hz sweep. Of course, any noise you hear is more than likely air. If it's mechanical, I'll make note of that. So let's go ahead and jump into 2040 Hz sweep on the Sundown Audio M12. Oh my gosh, guys. Now that's pretty impressive for the price of this subwoofer. Let's go ahead and throw 20 Hz at it and see how it likes that low note. Alright guys, here we go. 20 Hz free air going to the Sundown Audio M12. absolutely pushing that thing to its limits there, guys. But it looked good. Oh my goodness. What I mean, such reliability and excursion and just overall quality of parts, whether we're talking about the suspension or the coil or the frame or anything. I mean, for the price, this is an amazing entrance into a whole new world of subwoofers. Alright guys, here we go. We got the Sundown Audio M12. We're going to go ahead and throw its FS at it, which is 31 hertz. Alright guys, that pretty much wraps it up for the video. Just wanted to bring it over here under the light and go over it one more time while I tell you guys my final thoughts. I did go ahead and get that magnet boot off. That was an absolute challenge in itself. I don't know how they even get those things on, but let me tell you, getting that thing off is not fun. But here's a look at the quad stack. Again, just XS glue. Gotta love that. Gives you even more confidence. But now that we unboxed, tested, and got a first look at this subwoofer, there are a few things I want to say. And number one being, yes. Yes. For the price of this subwoofer, you're getting extreme specs and performance and reliability. I mean, the game has changed a lot, and this is proof of that. Quality parts at an unbeatable price, which I'm really impressed with Sundown for being able to make that happen, because a lot of people think Sundown is overpriced and they immediately jump to it's garbage because of that. They're like, oh, this subwoofer, like I always say, this hobby has the most controversy of any I've ever seen. And a lot of people say, oh, that's just everything on the internet. I'm telling you guys right now, car audio is unlike any other. It is insane. But back to what I was saying, the reason Sundown Audio's prices have been historically high is because they do things different. They stand behind all their products with authority. All the research they do, all the tooling, all the testing, it's done in the United States, and it takes hours and hours of vigorous work, testing failures, and just all the things that make a company great. And it's for those reasons that their prices are so high. But they've worked their way up to becoming such a large company with so many fans, supporters, helpers, workers, that they're able to make products like this quicker, more efficiently, and cheaper. And that's awesome. So if you've been thinking about pulling the trigger on the Sundown Audio M series, whether it be 10, 12, 15, or 18, I would say yes. If it's the only thing that's in your budget and you're looking to get an idea of what it's like to have a Mega Roll surround, high X Max, just that Sundown reliability, I would definitely look at this subwoofer and say yes. For the price, I think it's hard to find something similar that is as reliable, at least. I'm not saying there isn't Mega Roll surround subwoofers out there for around that price or cheaper, but you're getting quality parts here, guys. Top quality parts at a relatively affordable price. I love everything about this subwoofer, from the dust cap to the surround. It's just murdered out. Maybe the yellow spiders throw me off a little bit. If we were able to dye that black, that'd be cool, but No big deal. All their spiders, the color represents something: red, black, yellow. So I understand why they might not want to do that, but that's just the one thing kind of throwing me off with this sub. Other than that, it's just that got that classic Sundown look and power and performance, and it's coming in at a pretty good price. Gotta love it. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for this video, guys. I had a ton of fun reviewing and testing this subwoofer, and it surely impressed me. I hope you guys liked the video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It means the world to us. Also, if you're doing any shopping, don't forget to use code SKS at Showtime Electronics to save money on your order and to help support us. The same goes with Ampere Audio. But until next time, bass on, friends.